face. And I thought life was over. I feel just unstoppable when I've got my makeup on, you know? I'm just Tanya. Hey everyone, this is Burn Beauty 2018. My brows are done. I've got my lashy brows on. They're kind of big and dramatic today because that's what I'm feeling. Let's do a halo eyeshadow, which is going to be 2 colors and a highlight. I've got my Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette because why wouldn't you? I want to be soft glam right now. And I'm actually going to use the black right here in the corner. You see that black? I'm going to use that. Now a halo eye is going to be 2 colors, and one color goes all around from one side to the other and create sort of a halo around the other color. So we're going to get in there and we're going to get into the sides with the black. I'm even going to go over with the crease because this is a really easy, pretty look, okay? I'm even going to go over the crease. You don't need perfection yet, okay? Go over the crease, and we're going to get right in here on the inner corner and let that be a little bit lighter. It's not as densely, I don't have as much pigment in that inner corner because I need to highlight there. You don't want it to be super dark around the inside of your eye, and we're going to correct that. Or not correct it, but change it. I've left the center open so that we can do the halo, which is, I've got another flat brush, dense flat brush, so I can get a lot of pigment in here. And I think that I want to use this pink that I obviously love because I've used it all up. And then I'm going to take this pink and I'm going to put it right in that center. I'll put it right in that halo. Now we're going to work with it more in a minute, but we're going to put it right where we want it to get that color, right? To get that pretty color. Now I've lost some of the darkness, so I'm going to come back. I went up a little too high. I'm going to come back, get some of that black in there. Get my halo. And I'm also now going to pay attention to trying to pull this outer corner up a little bit. Pull it up a little bit so that we're creating that 45-degree angle. And we're right in here with the dark. We've still got the dark in here. And then what truly makes it a halo is that it goes around the bottom as well. So we're going to use a different brush around the bottom. And we're not done yet, so have faith. We can come in here. And that even looks like my lower liner right there. We need a super flat brush for this. Looks like my lower liner right here. Except we're going to do it just like we did the top lid. I'm going to come in here and here. Okay, we're going to drop some of the pink below our eye, right below here. Well, I'm making a pretty, pretty eye. Then we're going to get a fluffy brush and blow it out now. Go up and around, blow out the edges. The further you hold your brush, the closer you hold your brush to the end, the lighter you're touching your face with it, the less makeup you're actually removing. Because right now you're trying to diffuse it. When we say blow it out, we're just trying to diffuse it some. But we're not trying to take it off of us. Right up in here. Now, I don't have my foundation on yet, so you saw that little mistake I just made. It's no big deal. I've already got a primer on the eyelid that's light enough that I don't need to do anything with it. But I definitely need to get a little bit more of that pink in there now. I'm just going to kind of pat it in there exactly where I want it now. Exactly where I want it. And I'm even going to come this way, because we don't want the inner corner of our eye to be real dark. We just don't. But it is a halo, so we have to have it all the way around. Now, we have a pretty eyeshadow, and it needs to be cleaned up some. I made a mistake right in here. And guys, just know, like, I'm a self-taught makeup artist, so I may not do things the way, like, the big girls do. the big guys and girls do, because I'm just self-taught, just kind of chilling and doing my thing. That just is as it is. So we've got that on. We will clean this line up with our foundation. You can see that. And then I've got a highlighter that I want to put right in here. And I want to put some highlighter in there before I put on my eyeshadow, eyeliner, even knowing that I'm going to have to put more highlighter in there, likely right in this corner right here when I get done with all the foundation and everything. But I like to have some of this under my I'm sorry, I looked at myself and I was like, oh, so cute. I like to have some of this under my eyeliner. So we've got the little halo going. It's going to be beautiful. That's how you do halo eyeshadow. I'm going to do my other eye, get some lashes on, and show you the final look, because it was just that easy. 2 colors and some highlighter. All right, we have our halos on. And you get the halo idea. See, then underneath there's a little bit of dark, and then there's pink. It lines up, so it's like a halo all around. And I'm actually going to use a liquid eyeliner that I don't normally do. The harder you press, the thicker your line is going to be. Look, this eyeliner has a little stray hair. It's messing up my whole look, but we're just going to go with it. When you get here, oh, see, I messed it up. So when you come right here, you're going to come up at 45-degree angles. Depending on how far up, the further you come, the more dramatic your wing. And then you're going to start from about mid-eye and just put the two together with a pretty curve in it. This is practice. And then tip it off. So I'm going to do a pretty thick liner because I've got some imperfections in here, and I love thick winged liner. You know, I love to be this dramatic, but it's not for everyone to have an eyeliner that thick. But I'm going to wear super big lashes. So let's get the other one lined. Okay, eyeliner's on, so what do we have to do now? Now, what do we do now? What do we do? We slay. I've got my eyelash. This is Angela, the Eyelashes So Fly. So I've got the glue on my eyelash. Hopefully it is dry enough. That is the key to putting on a false lash. It is that your glue be tacky. Look at it. I didn't even get it on right, and it still doesn't want to leave my eye because the glue is so tacky. So that is how you get your false lash to stay, and try to put it where it needs to be. I'm going to have to put down this other mirror. Try to put it where it needs to be and try to hold your, my goodness, try to hold your tweezers tight enough to hold on to your lash. Get it where it needs to be. Put it right on there. Keep your lashes up, y'all. I don't want your lashes sticking straight out. That's not the way eyelashes go. Okay, so you take your time, you adjust them, and you get them so they're up. And then you press down on the band of them. This is how you make sure it's stuck to your eye. This is a very dramatic lash, but like I told you, I'm not really going anywhere and doing anything, but kind of going through a hard time right now with something. And sometimes just doing my makeup makes me feel better. It's my art. It's my journaling. I do journal as well, but this is usually my first line of defense, and then I can get my mind together and write it in my journal or write out what my intentions are to change the way I'm feeling right now, to heal the disappointment. Makeup can do a lot. Hold on, let's do another one. Giant eyelashes on. Makeup not. I love to use this Lancôme Teint foundation. Look at that. What? I use quite a bit. I'm a burn survivor. You may not need as much, right? But I am doing something. I already have TULA blurring primer underneath it. TULA blurring primer. That is so important to your look. If you're trying to just minimize, you can't really disguise things. I don't like to use that word because everybody sees there's something about my face, something different about it. But just to, you put on makeup to be your best self. So I like to use blurring primer and blurring setting powder. Sometimes it's called blurring, sometimes it's called soft focus, things like that to just put my best foot forward. And the most amazing thing you noticed about this foundation, I didn't even say, the brush is built in. There's a kabuki brush. And when I first started using this foundation, I was using my own personal foundation brush, and I was not getting as pretty a finish. And then I was only using my brush because this packaging is made so beautifully that you don't even realize there's a brush on the other end of it. I mean, it's Lancôme, so I didn't even know it was there. I'm gonna put some on my lips because my bottom lip is a lip. My top lip is actually my lower abdomen. So I treat it like all the other skin. This brush is a snatched brush. It's the brush that's going to come up here and make a perfect line. It's the brush that's going to snatch your contour under your cheek. It's the brush that's going to handle everything for you. It's by Morphe. Don't know the particular name of it. I call it a snatched. It makes a beautiful straight line where you need one. This Lancôme foundation is amazing because it offers so much more coverage than I thought foundation in a stick was going to offer me. I love the color of it. I was able to get a neutral, so it's not warm. It looks a little warm on me right now. It doesn't oxidize though. So this color stays true. I think it's just my lighting. So we've got our foundation in. And all we need to do is some concealer. We're not going to be able to skip that step. not being survivors. So I'm going to lighten up under my eye. Very important. A couple of drops. This is Urban Decay Stay Naked Quickie Concealer. It too has a built-in brush. I have it in 3 different colors to do everything that I want. And I adore it. I'm going to put one right here. I'm going to let it sit for a minute while I get my darkest concealer. And I'm going to put some right here. And some right here. Then I'm going to come down from my inner eye, down the side of my nose, right them in here, all the way up there, down the inner nose, all the way up there. Also doing that will show you if you're a little bit crooked, won't it? Look at my brows, the way it showed me right there when I did that this brow has just got too much of an arch in it. And that is why, ladies and gentlemen, I don't draw my eyebrows. I have this thing that I want perfection, which is ridiculous. My brows look great. They only need to be sisters, not twins. But something about having lost my brows makes me want to have twins. You know, it's just like I don't know what it is, but I can't stop until they look as perfect as I think they can be. And doing this makeup, this is my first day putting on my makeup with this pair of brows on. So that's why there's so much adjustment going on. And you notice that I'm able to adjust these things, even though I've had them on since last night. I'm still able to move them when I'm using the Prozade adhesive. And I'm not losing my adherence or adhesion. In the morning, it might be that I find something loose. I check them every morning to see if something's loose. And if there's a little spot that's loose, I simply use the glue that Lashy Brows sells that has like a little point like an like a lash glue that you can just stick it right under the brow without taking the whole brow off. You can stick it right under there and recreate that adhesion without taking everything off. You notice I'm doing the light contour first, and that's what we need to do. Light always goes first. I've got a little bit too much on my chin. I only wanted a little circle. I do not want to make me a big old chin. So I'm going to have to get some dark on there so I don't have a big old chin. I'm going to tap this in just a little. This stuff is so easy to use. I think they're like dot, tap, buff, boom. I think that's their slogan because it is so easy to use. You literally just, it makes contouring a lot easier, honestly, and I'm well concealed. So it's a pleasure to use this. I'm tapping downwards away from my hairline with this dark up here as the contour. We'll come back and fix this, make it look a little different in a minute. But right now we just want to get it on, okay? So we get it on here. And I feel like I've got too much on, so I'm going to have to get my beauty blender because I don't like it to be real far in here. That doesn't look good on me. So I brought mine a little too far in, but even when you do that, it doesn't mean all is lost. Right here, I'm actually going to take my light concealer and go after it right here. If you want to be light under your eyes, then your cheek is over here. You see that difference? So just, pay attention as you're going. to what you're doing, because everything is changeable, fixable, adjustable to the way you want it. You just have to be paying attention to what it is you're trying to accomplish. So now I'm bringing this light right down here so we get a really good snatch. All right, so that looks really, really good to me. This is a Real Techniques contouring brush, and I'm going to come right down the side of my nose with it. Okay, so we have everything pretty much done. Looks not too bad for old burned girl, huh? We need to get some powder on here. I love, I have one or two powders. I either use Honest Blurring Powder, or I have this lovely soft focus powder by Besame Cosmetics. They are wonderful. Wonderful. They look how beautiful, like the containers are beautiful. They're really like old glam Hollywood. And then I use this Beauty Blender. It's a powder puff to apply the powder. And you notice there's not powder flying all over my face. But you also notice this is a soft focused powder. So it's a blurring powder. And my face is looking more and more filtered as I go. You know, all the girls use filters on their makeup videos. I don't. Or on their, maybe not on their makeup videos. I don't know if they do or not. But on Instagram, filters are everything. And I don't filter. I filtered a couple of times. And I thought it was just going to add like sparkles. Because I really like sparkles. Girl, I didn't even look like me. It's like, oh my gosh, they think I'm trying to get over on them. I don't want my face to look any way that you can't make your face look. So now I've got this soft focus powder on. That's my setting powder. I'm going to leave it alone for a minute while, because I'm going to finish with e.l.f. HD powder, e.l.f. Very expensive, $6.99. Best stuff I've ever put on my face for a photo finish. This is Morphe Bronze Show bronzer, and you want that. That's a little different than highlighter. I mean, contour, because you want the bronzer to show up differently. You want it to look like it hit you everywhere the sun would hit you. You want to look warm and alive, right? And look amazing. So I put that on, and I'm going to do some blush before I do the e.l.f., the final e.l.f. So I'm putting on my liquid blush. See how easy it is? I just drew a line. Look, if you do makeup with me, you're my girlfriend. Can we just say that? I just want it to be yeah, girl. Yeah, girl. Because that's what I would call you in real life. Girl, with your face looking better than mine. Girl. This is e.l.f. HD finishing powder. So on top of everything, I'm removing it with a big fluffy brush. I'm removing the soft blur setting powder. Now that doesn't mean it's not still there blurring, but I'm removing the excess of it, just like you would any setting powder. And I'm putting on the Absolute HD, look at me, I'm filtered finish. So that's why when you guys see me on Instagram and stuff, and people are like, oh, she's filtered. No, she's not. It's just good makeup. Girl, it's good makeup, sis. Good makeup. good makeup skills. It doesn't matter how much you spend on it. You just got to know how. And I think I'm going to do something absolutely crazy today, which is a black lip. We're going to make that as a separate video. So, I'm going to put on my wig, get ready to make a black lipstick video, and then just get ready to enjoy my night. Even though it's really late, all I'm going to do is have dinner and go to sleep. My makeup is my comfort. Sometimes I'm going to go down and journal about my intentions for the week after this. It's kind of the way I handle it. I love y'all. Thank y'all for joining me, hanging in here with me. We're going to put on a big wig to account for these big lashes, and I'll show you the final look. But look to the next video for lipstick. And I'm going to put my highlighter on too, but you've seen me do that a million times. Nothing to miss. Whatever you're going through, even things like I just dished on you, this too shall pass. Love you. Okay, so we have everything pretty much done. That's not too bad for old burn girl, huh? We need to get some powder on here. I love, I have one of two powders. I either use Honest Blurring Powder, or I have this lovely soft focus powder by Besame Cosmetics. They are wonderful. Wonderful. They look how beautiful. Like, the containers are beautiful. They're really like old glam Hollywood. It's a beautiful little carrier compact. And then I use this Beauty Blender. It's a powder puff to apply the powder. And you notice there's not powder flying all over my face. But you also notice this is a soft focused powder. So it's a blurring powder. And my face is looking more and more filtered as I go. You know, all the girls use filters on their makeup videos. I don't. Or on their, maybe not on their makeup videos. I don't know if they do or not. But on Instagram, filters are everything. And I don't filter. I filtered a couple of times, and I thought it was just going to add like sparkles, because I really like sparkles. Girl, I didn't even look like me. It's like, oh my gosh, they think I'm trying to get over on them. I don't want my face to look any way that you can't make your face look. So now I've got this soft focus powder on. That's my setting powder. I'm going to leave it alone for a minute while, because I'm going to finish with e.l.f. HD powder, e.l.f. Very expensive, $6.99. Best stuff I've ever put on my face for a photo finish. This is Morphe Bronze Show Bronzer. And you want that. That's a little different than highlighter. I mean, contour. Because you want the bronzer to show up differently. You want it to look like it hit you. Everywhere the sun would hit you. You want to look warm and alive. Right? And look amazing. So I put that on. And I'm going to do some blush before I do the e.l.f. The final e.l.f. Before I do the final e.l.f. HD finishing powder. Y'all hear that leaf blower? My husband never really leaves until I'm trying to make a video. And he's trying to interrupt me like he needs attention. Yep, I just said that on YouTube. Because you shouldn't do it. Even nice people like me have a limit. So I'm putting on my liquid blush. See how easy it is? I just drew a line. Might have to speak up because he's so obnoxious. He hasn't done this in ages. Now today is the day. It's not the fall. It's winter. It's no snow. It's just how can I make noise? We started out in the basement that's right below this room. Does that sound testy today, y'all? You know why? Y'all know why I'm doing my makeup right now? Because my parents never raised me. They left me with my grandparents at birth. And now they're in a position where I stopped talking to them years ago, not because of what they did to me, but because they're toxic and they were stealing from my grandma. My mom was, and I could not understand that. My grandma was an angel. And she just kept taking it, you know, accepting the punishment and not, you know, not getting her to stop. There's never any consequence. So I became the consequence. And I said, you know, if you ever do it again, I personally will come up there and see to it that you go to jail. And that's probably stuff I should say from my book, but I need to get it out of me today so I can live my life. At any rate, long story short, she had another stroke. My mom has had her second stroke. My dad has dementia so bad that he can't take care of himself. He's not my biological father, by the way. I don't know who my biological father is. Surprise. And she's in the hospital. They're in the hospital, and I'm trying to help them get Medicaid and the things they need to stay there. And they're saying they don't want me to do anything. They don't want anything to do with me. They would rather have their neighbor, who my dad gave power of attorney, general power of attorney, who is obviously only there to rob him of his Social Security checks and anything else she can rob him of. And this is a lady who only went to my father, or the man who's supposed to be my father, not my mother. She's only taking care of him, not her. Anyway, today I get a message from this terrible nursing home who's been rude to me also, saying that they don't want anything to do with me. I didn't want to build a relationship with them. I just wanted to make sure that they didn't end up out on the streets, homeless, penniless and homeless, and that they could live out the rest of their life comfortably with 3 meals a day. Not that they did that for me, but you have to break the cycle, you know? And just have them do that again. I literally feel like an abandoned little girl all over again. And so here I sit playing with my makeup, talking to my girlfriends on YouTube and my boyfriends, all my friends. Look, if you do makeup with me, you're my girlfriend. Can we just say that? I just want it to be ya girl. Ya girl. Because that's what I would call you in real life. Girl, if your face looking better than mine, girl. This is e.l.f. HD finishing powder. It's on top of everything. I'm removing it with a big fluffy brush. I'm removing the soft blur setting powder. Now that doesn't mean it's not still there blurring, but I'm removing the excess of it, just like you would any setting powder. And I'm putting on the Absolute HD, look at me, I'm filtered finish. So that's why when you guys see me on Instagram and stuff, and people are like, oh, she's filtered. No, she's not. It's just good makeup. Girl, it's good makeup, sis. Good makeup. Good makeup skills. It doesn't matter how much you spend on it. You just gotta know how. I still got the black liner. I'm gonna put a dark red in it. Dark red. And I'm going even over the black liner. I just want the black liner to make this deep red even deeper. Right? Oh, that's much better. So you can always use your beauty blender to clean up your face. Quickie concealer. You notice I didn't use the lightest color. Detail brush, Real Techniques, the one I used to do my nose with. Right. Now I'm going to take my powder, and I'm going to use just a little powder puff that came with it, and I'm going to set it. Now my lip is still pretty dark, very. That is my look for today. Ooh, that took some work. Lord have mercy. Let me make a reel. I love y'all. I just wanted to show you that. I'll get these edited eventually. Y'all don't laugh at me too hard, but you know, makeup is not a science, it's an art. Science makeup artist. So you have to practice, you have to make changes, you know, there's nothing perfect about it. That's what's so beautiful about it. You know, you can do what you want to do. I love this look. I hope you love it too. Have a good night. This too shall pass. Bye-bye.